Hey everyone, thank you for joining us this week for Tuesday's Talks, Tips, and Tricks. In this video, we are going to be talking about play and how you as parents can effectively play with your children. I always like to say that you parents are your child's number one therapist. We as therapists see your child for 30, 45 minutes, 60 minutes a week, but you as parents get to be their therapists all the time. And so we want you to feel equipped in knowing how to support your child in play in order to help support the development of their social skills, their emotional and sensory regulation skills, their problem solving, language and communication, and executive functioning skills. If you pop over to our website, you will see a blog post about this topic called Why Parents Matter So Much. That will help give you some ideas. And then this video, the focus is really going to be on just giving you some easy, practical games that you can play with your child to really increase opportunities for play. One thing to think about as you are playing with your child is to think about the idea of being with your child rather than doing with your child. We live in a world that is all about doing and what we can accomplish and how much we can accomplish. But for play skills to develop richly, it's so important to shift our thinking away from what are we doing to that process of just being with your child, just sitting with them in their play, meeting them right where they are. Maybe it's just imitating exactly what they're doing to enter into their play. Just sitting in their emotions, sitting in their problem solving, being in that with them, instead of trying to facilitate by offering your own ideas, really just jumping in to your child's ideas and following their lead. And then as we start to develop some foundational skills, your child will be able to move along and you will be able to start to challenge and add some of your own ideas and really challenge your child in their problem solving skills and make the play more complex. Thinking about, it's sort of natural as we are playing with our children that when they encounter a problem in their play, something isn't happening the way that they want it to happen, a cause and effect toy isn't working, it's natural as caregivers to want to try to fix the problem. But the idea of being rather than doing is just sitting in that struggle with your child and maybe making some I wonder statements. I wonder what would happen if, or offering some ideas for solutions if you see that your child is really stuck, and then allowing them to work through those, even if that means failing. Just being in that with your child is really important to their development. So a couple of just quick ideas about ways that you can play with your child, easy games that will facilitate your child's play. Hide and seek or peekaboo. These are some great early games that can really address separation anxiety. They teach anticipation skills, excitement. It's also teaching your child about turn taking and thinking about these games. Really, you as a parent is helping to support your child's regulation. So if you're playing this game and you're finding that your child is filled with so much enjoyment of the game, but is starting to lose some control, they're giggling so much that they just can't stay in the play with you, then you might dial down your own level of excitement. Make your tone of voice a little calmer when you're doing the peekaboo. Slow it down. Your child is going to look to you and what you are modeling to find their own state of regulation. That is that process of co-regulating. So, be mindful of that as you're playing these games. Hide and seek and peekaboo, these are great ways to also add some great sensory exploration. If your child, depending on if your child has any tactile sensitivities, you might play this game with different textured blankets. Maybe a blanket that's a little heavier so we can work on some strength and resistance and also get some proprioceptive input while we're doing this. Maybe we can start gradually moving further and further away as we play hide and seek so that your child has to get up from their space and go find you. This is a really great way to develop some executive functioning skills as we're moving towards a goal. And also, the further away that you are from your child, we're also going to be working on sustained attention. Can your child maintain that attention to finding you even as you are not in the same space as them? Blowing bubbles is a great activity you can do with your child, or balloons can also have this same same effect. Excuse me. Blowing bubbles, you can do a lot with turn taking and anticipation. Also, managing frustration. You know, when a balloon pops, you can model for your child what would be the appropriate way to be frustrated about that. What's the level of frustration that we might expect to see over a popped bubble, and you can be modeling that for your child. Building anticipation is a great way to keep your child engaged in this activity. So as you're holding that bubble wand, really build up a lot of wait time, giving them a ready, set, blow. Make it unpredictable so that each time it's a little different. This will help keep your child interested and engaged in that play. You can call off colors that you see in the balloons that you might be hitting. You can adjust how hard or soft you're hitting those balloons. This is a great way to build body awareness and practicing grading how much force we need to hit something. Maybe you're learning colors through the process of this balloon game back and forth. You can put pillows around your living room and jump from pillow to pillow while trying to keep the balloon in the air. This is now we're adding some additional problem solving and timing and motor planning into this to make it more complex. You can think about doing relay races at home. There's tons of daily living skills that I'm sure you desire your child to learn, like getting themselves dressed. You could turn that into a relay race. Maybe you and your child race to your rooms to see who can put on an outfit the fastest. Or maybe you do it really wacky and you put on articles of clothing in the wrong places or the wrong seasonal clothing. So you come out wearing full head to toe jackets and ski pants during a hot summer day. This is a great way to build some intrinsic motivation and excitement around daily tasks that maybe aren't as fun for your child or have a lot of complexity to them. Dressing has many different parts. So maybe you break that skill down into just one or two aspects and you just practice that through a relay race. Who can get their socks on as fast as they can today? You could also even come out wearing your clothing backwards, which would make for some extra fun. Some other games that will really help support play skills, but also really feed your child's sensory system. Running and crashing games. Set up some big pillows where you're running and crashing into the pillows or knocking the pillows down. It might be that we run across the room and jump into a couch. Do this with your child. Really enter into that with them. Again, you can adjust your own level of excitement and alertness in this activity to help model for your child the appropriate level of arousal. If you are really loud and moving really fast and slamming yourself on the couch really hard, your child might also follow suit, which could be really overwhelming and might lead them to becoming overstimulated. So thinking about how you can really notice and observe your child's attention and regulation during this activity, and then adjust yours accordingly to be able to support their regulation. For older kids, some ways to facilitate play and executive function and social skills. Think about daily living skills like a cooking project. Cooking is great for sequencing, time management, organizational skills, frustration tolerance. Creative ways to do your laundry. Maybe you and your child have a basketball tournament where you each get to sort colors and lights into appropriate laundry hampers or baskets. Play, maybe you make it a really silly gross motor activity where you have to lay on the floor and hold a pair of dirty pants between your legs and then toss them over your head into the laundry basket. So many different ways to really keep your child engaged in day-to-day play, and your involvement in that is so crucial. There's also lots of drama and improv games that are great for older kids, teaching social skill development, perspective taking, thinking about body awareness as you're acting out some different body positions or postures. You could play a game of charades, which works a lot on nonverbal communication and perspective taking. So yeah, there's plenty of opportunities to keep your child engaged while at home. If you check out our website, you can emergepeds.com. You can read the blog post, and then I'll also include some links to places you can go for different play ideas for your child. But I hope that you're having so much fun playing with your child, and adults, we need play too. So I hope that you enjoy, and hopefully this was helpful. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.